Happy 150th anniversary, First Baptist Church of Greenwood. This is Larry Schultz coming to you from my office at Pullen Memorial Baptist Church in Raleigh, North Carolina, where I think of you every day as I view this beautiful art piece that you presented to Cindy and to me. Though I believe that every person is a minister, on paper, I was honored to be the first full-time ordained minister of music in First Baptist history. And Cindy and I treasure our time that we were able to work together through her work as church organist. And we enjoyed wonderful colleagues, including the amazing Bill Harris, whom I consider a mentor. Our son Ryan was 1 year old when we moved to Greenwood, and our daughter Kelly was born there. And we had all hoped to be with you in person this October, but look forward to a future time when we can be together and when Kelly and Ryan can see the place and people with whom they spent their early lives. I have many memorable experiences of a creative and productive time in my ministry with you. For instance, I loved revitalizing the youth choir at First Baptist, and the youth choir and I were founding participants in Festival by the Sea. I'm sure you've seen these t-shirts, there it is, floating around the church. And I've continued to plan worship for that festival all of these years, and it's been a joy to reconnect each year with First Baptist friends and with the youth, many of whom are now your children and grandchildren. It was a joy during my time at First Baptist to form the Churchestra, the first church orchestra. And if you've wondered why the first original pews in the first row of the sanctuary are now in the narthex, I assume they still are, it's because we had to provide room for the 20-piece Churchestra and later for Dr. Adams' beautiful Steinway piano. Now, to enhance the Churchestra and also to make connections with Lander College students through the generosity of the young Bedreau families, I was pleased to help begin the music scholarship program. And I have great memories of December madrigal dinners in the fellowship hall with the chancel choir who, in costume, served and sang and acted the entire evening. And I'll never forget soprano Jean Wood in full 18th century costume and a wig that was about as tall as she was. It was also meaningful to me to form the church's first senior adult choir to minister in the community. And I always loved working with the children's choirs. And later, through the festival, was able to see many of them grow into their youth. It was also a great project for me during my time with you to produce the church's first professional recording, on which you not only hear every age group choir and handbell choir and churchestra, but also the entire worshiping congregation. And we recorded this in a mere 2 days. It was quite a task, but a living celebration of Christ's love was a very memorable project for me. I could go on, and I hope to see you in person one day to share more meaningful stories, but also some intriguing stories like what happened when we hung a full-length purple fabric parament from roof to ground on the outside sanctuary cross, especially in a year when it was very windy. Or another story I'll tell you is how the chancel choir was able to successfully sing Randall Thompson's Alleluia from the back gallery. Now you might think that's not a big feat, but it was Easter morning. That piece is a meditative piece, and the children usually have Alleluia bells in their hand, and the only word in the piece is Alleluia. And I'll never give up her name, but I'll tell you the story of someone who a couple of weeks before we arrived in Greenwood hid the chancel choir skull caps. Did you know the women used to wear skull caps? After that time, they were never seen again. So I remember a lot of fun, a lot of meaningful memories, and many dear friends. I'll tell you what, I'll close this video by letting you hear your own voices and instruments with blessings on this anniversary.